Hi, this is day 11 of Tarot Combos, where we draw 2 tarot cards to see how the energies play with each other and against each other. So let's see what's here with us today. Thank you for being here. Okay, get that out of the way. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords. Ooh. And the Knight of Cups. These combos continue to fascinate me with kind of like the common suits or the common masculine, feminine. Like there's some really cool things happening. I am into it. So the Knight of Swords being the primary energy, challenged by the Knight of Cups. This is immediately there's a difference in speed. Both of the knights are of action. You have one of mind, of air, I almost said air quality, air element, and one of water element. And this is of heart energy, mind energy, heart energy, at opposition to one another, or the push and pull with each other, how they interact. Well, that's like the age-old story of like how oftentimes we're over activated in the mind and we lose the ability to listen to our heart, or vice versa. We're overly emotional and we deeply desire to get some clarity around a topic or something that's happening in our lives. So this one, there's also a difference in speed. So this one, obviously, look how fast he's going. This is the fastest knight. Usually this might be a sign of impatience surrounding an area in your life. And then this is challenged by this knight who actually is taking a pause. They're slowing down a bit. They're pausing at this river. Some people say it's like intuition. They're pausing to take a listen to what's going on the inside. But if it's in the challenge area, then what might we say about that? Are we pausing too much and when we're really needing more momentum? Here as the primary energy. Do you feel a little like your heart feels a little stagnant, like you're ready for some sort of emotional release in order to feel whole? Because if we're all one way or another, we don't feel whole, right? So do you feel a little stifled in the heart center emotionally, somewhere in your life? Is it with a relationship? Is it with family? Is it what is it? Do you feel like a little heartbroken that's preventing you from moving forward in some area of your life? So think about the momentum, the difference between where you feel things are at a good clip and you feel like, yes, there's forward momentum, I feel good about this, I have clarity, versus like, I feel stifled, things feel murky. So how might those energies, where in your life do you feel the tug of war happening there? The other thing is, where do you feel maybe a little bit impatient and something is calling you to really tap into your own intuition about why do you feel impatient about something? Usually impatience is like a frustration energy where you're like, you can't make momentum, but you deeply desire to. So there's that tension, friction, frustration energy. And this is saying, wait, slow down. It's funny how like you already feel slow maybe in some area of life. And it's like, but by going even just a little bit slower, we can break the pattern or really look and see clearly about why we feel impatient, why we feel like this frustration energy. Okay, so let's see what else is coming to us about this. I think that it's interesting how this, they're both heavily armored. They're both heavily armored. Why, if you take both of these together, do you feel heavily armored? And is that why the heart feels a little like suppressed? Do you feel like you're a little on guard? In what area? I like to ask what area because it could show up anywhere just to get you to probe like, I'm trying to figure out where I feel armored. I think usually with my family. I really do. Like, there's this deeply desiring to open my heart with them, and I do in some cases, to show like, hey, it's okay, people, we can be vulnerable with each other. And then it's just always a little lacking, and that's my own expectation going in, which is probably faulty, saying like, if I do it, they'll do it, or, and maybe it's not the right vibe, maybe it's not like a thing that we do. And so I feel a little heart energy suppression there sometimes. And then sometimes, like yesterday, I had a great moment with a family member where we shared and were vulnerable, and the tears came, and it did feel very cathartic, like that was a release waiting to happen. And it felt in that moment like I was going slower, letting things unfold, having more patience, going in without expectation. I was less armored up, and that's when things were able to unfold, and kind of having allow kind of energy to it. So I think that's an example of where this is kind of showing up in my life, where a lot of times I'm just like, let's go, people, let's be real with each other. There's like not a lot of time left. We're all getting old. And then somebody's like, there's always time. In a moment, instant, we can open to each other and things will flow forth. It can happen in an instant. So that's what this time element of this momentum energy is making me think of. Is like anything can happen in an instant. No expectation. Just breathe, pause, slow down. That's what this is saying. And the heart will open. So that's what's coming to me about these. So let me know what you think. Where is this showing up in your life between like impatience, momentum, frustration, heart suppression through armoring up, like just deeply desiring that emotional release, but that can only come through like really an allowing sort of spirit about it. So yeah, all of those things. Bye.